And we are planning what that future city as a net zero city. And I'm proud to say that the industry is also matching our pace. Telangana is now a national leader in the green building involvement. Today, we have over 1,245 registered green building projects in the state, covering nearly about 1.7 billion square feet. And nowhere in any other metros, this sort of a green building is being done. We have hundreds of commercial hubs and the residential towers here. We are not just building big, we are also building it right. But to build the future, we must protect what we have. And that is why a new authority has been created and a new institution like Hydra has come into picture to protect the national assets and to protect the environment. And it is proving its point. By clearing the encroachment through Hydra and saving our lakes, we are sending a strong message for the future generation. A city that kills its lake will kill its investments. Protecting our public lands is protecting our economy. We are also changing how people move. You know, our flagship programs like free bus ride for women, bus travel scheme for women, and many would have seen us as a popular vote-based scheme, but we are here to say that it is a social welfare scheme. But if you see deep, very close, you know, it is absolutely a powerful climate scheme and a great enabler for the women empowerment. When women uses public transport, it empowers them financially. But it also takes thousands of private vehicles off the roads. Less traffic, less congestion, less pollution, higher productivity. Social empowerment and environmental protection are the exact same thing. You know, we believe that change must also start at the top. If I, as an industry minister, want my industries to be clean, you know, we also think that the government should also be clean. We are building it. And coming down to, while I was mentioning about most of the points on the physical infrastructure, what we have built over the past 2 decades, now we are equipped equally with the digital infrastructure what we have placed in the state of Telangana. You know, recently we have pushed our cabinet meetings to a digital cabinet. And our assembly proceedings to be pushed to as a digital assembly and digital secretariat and a digital governance to bring in over 500 plus citizen services on a one click, and you can literally feel it on a WhatsApp channel. Even physical file we remove saves many trees. It also reduces pollution. Every digital approval saves time, reduces travel, and stops corruption. Digital governance is a green governance. It makes the system faster and environment clear. As we move forward, ESG, what everybody is also aspiring, that was one of the UN defined goals, either it may be the environmental, social, and in terms of the governance, should we no longer be viewed as an obligation and we don't do it. It should be recognized as our economic strategy that we have put it into practice. And Telangana, I would like to mention, we are well positioned to lead this transformation. Our policies right now are to encourage innovation. Our policies right now are to encourage efficiency. Our policies right now is to embrace technology, even though it's maybe AI, and we are getting prepared for next technological advancements. For example, it may be the quantum computing for tomorrow, and our institutions all institutions support sustainability. Together, we are building this to strengthen our position. Telangana is the most future-ready economies in India. That is why, you know, the work of Hyderabad Collective is so critical. Your focus on shared green rules. The Meridian Collective always speaks on the green rules, clean water, and renewable energy is exactly what we need. And this should not just be a model for Telangana, it should be a model for the entire country, and we will be leading it. The old thinking is absolutely coming to slightly into stale or into a different mode. Economic growth and protecting the environment are no longer enemies right now, and we see they are partners. Global capital and the top talent are looking for a new home. They are placing their bets on the cities that protect their future generations for tomorrow. And I would like to mention before the Meridian Conclave, before the distinguished guests who have come from all over the globe, and keeping all these viewpoints before you, let all you think that Hyderabad be the place. And we welcome you to our state of Telangana, to this beautiful city of Hyderabad. We will plan. Not only we remain in the planning stage, we will execute. We will put policies in front, and let us all build a Telangana that is not only just richer, but greener, cleaner, and unstoppable. You know, once again, I thank, you know, this platform. This has been second time that I've been attending this program. And in fact, it's quite encouraging to see all the young students who would be leading the future for tomorrow. Knowing about the goals, knowing about the future destination, they would be paving the right way after they come into their professions. Either it may be a policy maker, as a policy maker, or the captains of the industry, or the chief executives for different companies. You know, this collective which they are trying to mention about the greater point for tomorrow's future would be grateful, you know, experience for all the young students who are sitting over here. And I would like to thank all the people who have come to share their views. And these sessions, I believe after this there will be so many sessions in terms of bringing clean energy, clean water, sustainable growth, will make everybody impulsive to that. And we are also a part of your journey to get educated and see that our policy initiatives for tomorrow will be enriched. Thank you for inviting me once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our Honorable Minister of Information Technology, IT, Electronics and Communications, Industries and Commerce, and Legislative Affairs, Government of Telangana, Shri D. Sridharbabu there, ladies and gentlemen, talking to all of us and sharing valuable insights. Thank you for the motivational words, sir. I now would request our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Shri B. Vikramark Mallu Garu, to kindly please step forward to address the audience, august audience here. Ladies and gentlemen, our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Minister of Finance, Planning and Energy, Government of Telangana. Over to you, sir.
Honorable Minister for Industries and IT, Sri Sridharbabu garu, and Ritvika, distinguished representatives of the Meridian Collective, our special CS, Energy, CMDs, Industry, Academia, and Civil Society, friends from the technology sector, colleagues from the Government of Telangana, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to Hyderabad. It is a fitting that a conversation on the future of artificial intelligence is taking place in this city. Hyderabad has always known how to bring together the old and the new, the local and the global, the traditional and the futuristic. This is a city of monuments, microchips, of poets and programmers, of weavers and coders. And now, Hyderabad is becoming a city where the world can discuss a serious question. How do we build artificial intelligence without making unintelligent choices about energy, water, land, people, and society? For some time, we have spoken of artificial intelligence as if it lives only in the cloud. But there is no cloud without a grid. There is no data center without electricity, water, cooling, connectivity, workers, permissions, and public trust. So the real question before us is not whether artificial intelligence will become more powerful. It certainly will. The question is, can artificial intelligence become more responsible? Can artificial intelligence become more democratic? Can artificial intelligence become more human? That is why the Hyderabad collective is important. As finance minister, I ask who pays and who benefits. As energy minister, I ask where will the power come from? As planning minister, I ask what will they do for our young people? And as a representative of the people, I ask one more question. Will this technology increase inequality or reduce it? That is the test. India has always believed that science must serve society. Pandit Nehru built institutions of science and technology because he believed modern India must think boldly. Srimati Indira Gandhiji understood the importance of national capability and self-reliance. Sri Rajiv Gandhiji saw computers not as toys for the elite, but as tools that could transform administration and an opportunity. That is the tradition Telangana carries towards today under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister Sri Revanth Reddy Garu and the entire Congress cabinet. Investment with inclusion, growth with responsibility, technology with public purpose. Hyderabad is already one of India's great technology capitals. Telangana has strong connectivity, a deep talent pool, reliable power systems, and a government that believes in partnership. But we do not want Telangana to be known merely as a place where data centers are built. We want Telangana to be known as a place where the world learned how data centers should be built. There is a difference. One model says give land, give power, give water, give concessions, and investment will come. But our model must be more mature. Yes, investment must come, but it must come with clean power, recycled water, local skills, jobs, transparency, and respect for communities. In simple words, infrastructure, artificial intelligence infrastructure must not be extractive, it must be restorative. Every major artificial intelligence company today speaks of innovation. That is good. But innovation must also be visible in the how they source energy, support renewable power, use storage, and reduce pressure on the grid. The future data center should not be a passive consumer of electricity. It should be a partner in building the green grid through renewable procurement, storage, demand management, and responsible open access. The second big issue is, as our IT and Industries Minister said, the water. In India, technology should never be allowed to compete with farmers, towns, and poor communities for basic resources. Artificial intelligence must compete in intelligence not with agriculture for water. That is why treated wastewater, grey water systems, modern cooling technology, and transparent water accounting are not small technical matters. They are central to the legitimacy of this sector. A data center using recycled water is not only an engineering improvement, it is a statement of values. It says we will grow not by taking away from others. We will innovate, but not at the cost of the vulnerable. We will build for the future, but not by damaging the present. The third and most important pillar is people. Across the world, there is much discussion about carbon credits. That is important. But I am glad that this collective is also discussing what we may call a people's credit. Because in a democracy, the greatest credit is not only carbon saved, it is human potential unlocked. If a large artificial intelligence investment comes to Telangana, the benefit should not stop at the boundary of the data center. It should travel outward to our youth, technical workers, entrepreneurs, research institutions, artisans, women, and rural communities. A young person from Mahbubabad or Adilabad should be able to say, because Telangana became a center for artificial intelligence infrastructure, I received new training and a better job. A weaver in Sirsilla should be able to say, artificial intelligence did not replace my skill. It helped me design, market, and sell better. A student in a government school should be able to say, artificial intelligence did not remain in English alone. It came to me in my own language. That is a real test. Otherwise, we may build very intelligent machines and still remain foolish as a society. For too long, global standards have been written elsewhere, and developing countries have been asked to adjust later. In artificial intelligence, we should not arrive late. We should not merely consume standards made